Myself, Dr. Rajesh Kumar Khadija, and in my channel, you will find out the Signal and System lecture series. This is the lecture number 1. In the Signal and System, basically why we want to learn, because this subject is the, you can say, heart of the DS electronics or electrical engineering, right? So in the major portion of the gate will also come, as well as there are a lot of other competition like public sectors and all other exams. You will find major portion of signal and system. For example, in 2015 there are 8-mark portion of the signal and system in the GATE exam. So it contains lot of marks as compared to other subjects, as well as this subject consists of many other subjects like digital signal processing, like control system, like communication system, circuit analysis, robotics, embedded, VLSI, and many more. Right? So this is a very important signal and system subject. Thank you. Please subscribe.
We start now today's lecture, and am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today what we do, we start with the linearity problem. Suppose we have a system yn equal to x of minus n. Right? Is this visible to all?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
It is not visible.
No, sir.
Yes. Just a
Sir,
second.
blur.
Okay, just a second. Is this now visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see now, this is a system. What this system is doing? This system is converting a x of n signal to y of n output as equal to x of minus n. So this is nothing but time folded system. Time folded system. Right? This is nothing but time folded system. So this time folded system, in this we have to find out the linearity property. So linearity property, what it says, that if I have x1 comma 2n, this will leads to y1 comma 2n, and that is equal to x1 comma 2 minus n. Right? Now a third signal x3n we have to choose as alpha 1 x1n plus alpha 2 x2n. That will leads to y3n equal to, first we write in terms of x3n, so it should be x3 minus n, and then using this expression we write, in place of n we write minus n on both sides, so y3n will be equal to alpha 1 x1 minus n plus alpha 2 x2 minus n. And then if I compare this x1 minus n, what will be this? This is nothing but y1 n. So this will be equal to alpha 1 y1 n plus alpha 2 y2 n. Is it okay to all?
सर ब्लर आ रहा है सर थोड़ा ये.
ब्लर आ रहा है.
सर फोन को हल्का सा ऊपर कर दो थोड़ा सा, ताकि क्या है वो ब्लर का फोकस आ जाएगा।
अब ठीक है?
यस सर, ठीक था
यस
सर अभी।
सर।
अब सही आ रहा है? अब सही आ रहा है?
नहीं सर।
Now, is
यस
it
सर,
okay now?
यस सर।
Okay, so I have to increase the height. राज एक बार पोस्ट कर देना बेटा। राज,
ओके ओके सर।
just see now.
यस सर,
अब विजिबल हो रहा है?
यस सर।
I think it is okay now. चलिए देखिए, so we were over here. x1 comma 2n gives y1 comma 2n equal to x1 2 comma minus n, and x3n we are assuming that it is equal to alpha 1 x1n plus alpha 2 x2n. This will leads to y3n equal to x3 minus n. First we write in terms of x3n, that is the third signal, and then using this expression we write these values. So alpha 1 x1 minus n plus alpha 2 x2 minus n, and that will be equal to this x1 minus n will be nothing but this y1 n. So alpha 1 x1 n plus alpha 2 x2 n. Is this right? Anyone have any problem? Is this right?
No problem, sir.
Okay, now this will be a linear system definitely. So this is an example of linear system. Now we have to see the time invariancy of this system, whether it is a time invariant or not. So time invariancy is what? Xn leads to yn, and that is equal to x of minus n. That this is given to us, right? Now what we have to change? x1n will be a shifted version of the signal, input signal, and we have to check y1n. y1n we write in terms of first x1n, so it will be x1 minus n, and then x1 minus n we write in terms of x. So x1 minus n in terms of x, in place of n we have to substitute minus n, right? So it will be x of minus n minus k, right? Now if I compare this with y of n minus n naught, n minus k, y of n minus k. So y of n minus k we get from this equation. Y in place of n we write n minus k. So in place of n I am writing n minus k on both sides of this equation. So it will be x of minus n minus k. Is this okay up to now?
Yes, sir.
So now this will be equal to x of minus n plus k. Is these two are same?
No, sir.
It will not. So it means y of y1 n is not equal to y of n minus k, whereas our x1 n is equal to x of n minus k. So it is not TIV, so it is a time varying. It is a time varying system. So it is called TV system. Now this is an example of linear and time varying system. Suppose in place of this minus, if it is x of 2n, right, yn equal to x of 2n, and you want to check both in one, that is time invariancy as well as linearity, you can check. See here, x1 comma 2n leads to y1 comma 2n, and that is equal to x1 comma 2n. This is here two equations are written in one, that is x1n leads to y1n equal to x12n, and x2n leads to y2n equal to x22n, right? Now third signal x3n will be a combination of alpha 1 x1 n minus k plus alpha 2 x2 n minus k. Now see here, we included the homogeneity by these alpha 1 and alpha 2. We included this plus using the superposition, and we use this minus k here for the time shifting, that is time invariancy, right? Now this will lead to y3n, and y3n will be equal to what? We write in terms of first x3n. So it will be x3 2n. Now x3 2n we substitute over here. In place of n we write 2n. So what it will be? It will be alpha 1 x1 2n minus k plus alpha 2 x2 2n minus k, right? Now we have to compare this with what? We have to compare this with
alpha 2 x2 n minus k.
Yes, that is whether it is equal to alpha 1 y1n plus yn minus k, alpha 1 y1 n minus k plus alpha 2 y2 n minus k, whether this is equal to this or not. So if I see from this equation, right, what this value will be? Alpha 1, in place of n, I have to write n minus k on both sides in place of n. So it will be alpha 1 x1 2 bracket n minus k plus alpha 2 x2 2 n minus k. Is this okay? Alpha 1 y1 n minus k plus alpha 2 y2 n minus k. What this will be? This will be this. How we get? We get from this equation. In place of n, we substitute n minus k on both sides. So it will be equal to this, right? Is these two are equal to each other?
No,
This
sir.
one?
No,
This
sir.
is
No, sir.
right? So can I say it is a linear system
Yes, sir.
but time varying, right? Linear system but time varying. Clear? Can you guess what this will be? Yn equal to xn, a identity system. This is identity system. What this will be?
Linear time invariant.
So it is called LTI, linear time invariant, LTI, right? So system which follow linearity as well as the time invariancy, it is called LTI, linear time invariant system, right? I think it is clear now how we find out linearity and time invariancy. Next we go to the next. Yes, any problem?
No
Anyone?
problem.
Okay. So next is the very important property, that is causalness or anti-causal. Anti-causal is the opposite of causal. Remember the spelling again, it is causal. right? It is not casual, right? CASUAL is casual. Here CAUSAL, right? Causal. So causal means what? First of all, the definition. Definition is like this: if present output depends on present and or past inputs, then it is called causal system. So that is the definition as far as definition is concerned, right? If present output depends on present and or, here it is written and or, so it may be there or it may not be there, both will be there or one of them will be there, right? So the main point is no future inputs. This is the main point. Future input नहीं होना चाहिए. जैसे for example, yn equal to x of n plus 1. ये एक system है, right? xn leads to yn equal to x of n plus 1. Suppose if I want to calculate y of 0 from this, so in place of n I substitute 0, I require x of 1, right? So 0 is what? 0 is the present time, suppose, right? So what will be 1? 1 will be future time, right? So if input, future input is involved to calculate the present output, then it is anti-causal system. Anti-causal or non-causal. Because here future value is involved, right? There should be no future value. So very simple to calculate, very simple to identify. If there is a plus sign here in time shifting, that is advance, right? If time shifting is in the form of advance, right, then it is non-causal system. And if it is delay in time shifting, then it is causal. It is causal system, right? Is this clear? Now we take one example. So
डिले में कैसा हुआ एक बार एग्जांपल दे दो.
एक example ले yn equal to x of n minus 1, n minus 5 ले लो चलो, right? So y of 0 will be equal to x of minus 5. So 0 present time है और minus 5 past time. With respect to this present time, minus 5 is the past time. So past input is required to calculate the present output in this case. So it is an example of causal system, right? Now one more example, yn equal to x of n minus 1 plus x of n plus x of n plus 1 divided by 3. This is called moving average type system. Moving average system. There are a lot of use of this, like for example in stock market, moving averages are used, right? So in this moving average system is like this, right? The previous value is calculated, the next present value is calculated, and our future value is predicted, and then we take the average of these. So that will be the predicted value of that stock or that commodity or whatever the share type it have, right? So yn equal to this value, right? So what it will be, whether it is a causal or non-causal. Anyone?
सर डेफिनेट नहीं है, मतलब कभी कॉजल भी हो सकता है, कभी नॉन कॉजल भी हो सकता है.
हाँ, अब चलिए इस चीज को समझने के लिए आई एम टेकिंग वन एग्जांपल. सपोज आई वेंट टू सम कॉलेज फॉर द NBA accreditation or UGC affiliation or somewhat official visit I have, right? And I am very strict person, and I said I am an honest person. I did not take any type of bribe or like that thing. I am an honest person, right? I said it like this. Then management, I have taken the visit and I find some lacuna in the system, and I call the meeting of the management, and then I show them that this thing is there, and by that way you cannot get the accreditation, right? Management offered me, suppose initially they offer me Wagoner and suppose 2 lakh rupees. Then I denied it, right? Then they increased. They say we will provide you one Audi and maybe 10 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees or whatever. Then I say I am an honest person. I will not take that bribe. Then they again increase, right? Then they say we provide you 2 or 3 Audis for your family also, and we provide you 50 lakh rupees. And then I say, okay, we will do like that thing, right? Am I honest?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
So,
sir.
okay. Very correct. So same thing will apply over here in the systems. If at any point it is non-causal or non-linear or not time invariant, it is the other way around. That is, if it is here, it is, this will create the non-causalness, right? These two are creating the causalness, so it will be non-causal. We take the anti-property. If it is similarly in the stability and unstable system, today we see if a system is stable at a point and unstable at a point, we take unstable. Is this clear? Am I clear to all now?
Yes, sir.
So this will be non-causal, right? This will be non-causal example. Now, whatever the example I'm showing to you, maybe in causal I'm taking different example, in linear I'm taking different example, and in time invariancy I'm taking different example. But your work should be like this, that whatever is the example we are having in the class, all properties should be find it out for all systems, right? That will be the practice of you. And remember, this always come in the this causality and this thing, and in whole engineering you will be stuck if you not understood this, because in control system also, in digital signal processing also, in communication also, these properties will come, causalness and these all, right? So pay attention on these properties, because these are very, very important properties, right? So that is about the causality and non-causal systems, right? Now, you may be afraid about some question like this. For suppose example, we have yt equal to d by dt of xt. This is a continuous time signal, right? Now, to find out the causality of this, we can find out through the same method as we have done, but it will be here somewhat difficult, right? Because it is a differentiation with respect to time, right? So in place of finding out through these values, that is shifting in time and advance or delay, by that you will understand the causal and non-causalness, and you maybe put some values in place of n or t to find out whether it is depending on present or past or future, and then you decide whether it is a causal or non-causal. In place of this, what we do, there is a test of causality, and this you can use directly. And remember, this is not given in book, it is given by my guru, and I'm giving you this test of causality, right? What is it says? Test of causality says that if we take two signals, x1t and x2t, these are identical. These are identical means these are equal to each other up to some time t less than t0. up to some time t less than t0. Means there are two signals. Suppose one signal is this, right, which is always 1 after 0 and before it is 0, right? Second signal is all time 0, all time 0. So these two signals are equal to each other in this region. In the t less than 0 region, these two are identical, right? So if we take like this, if we take two signals and we give these two signals to the same system and find out the output y1t and y2t, and if these two are also identical for the same period, then it is passing the test of causality, passing the test of causality, and it is a causal system. It is a causal system. Let us see how we are. Suppose we have taken yn equal to x of n minus 1. Although we know now this is a which type of system? Causal, non-causal? Causal, non-causal? Causal system. Right?
Causal.
Let us see now. Okay, let us see now from this. Suppose x1n is this signal. At 0 it is 1, at 1 it is 1, and so on it is 1. Right? 3 dot convention here. Here also 3 dot convention. Right? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. And x2n is the other signal which is all time 0. Right? All time 0 here. All time 0. So these two are equal to each other for n less than 0. Here it is not equal to, right? Less than 0. N less than 0. Now we give this to this system. x1n we give to this system, and then we give x2n. So if I provide x1n, it will leads to y1n, and that is equal to x1 n minus 1. If we are giving xn, we are getting x of n minus 1. If we give x1n, we get x1 n minus 1. And what is x1 n minus 1? x1 n is this. So what is x1 n minus 1? It is shifted by 1. In which direction? Left or right?
Sir, right.
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 Zero,
Right, sir. Right.
0 point we shift at 1. यहाँ पर क्या कर रहे हैं? n में 1 सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे? 1 ऐड करेंगे, तो 0 plus 1 is 1, and then 2, then 3, and so on. And here it is 0. At 0, minus 1, minus 2, and so on. Right? What about x2n? x2n will leads to y2n, and it is equal to x2n minus 1. Now because x2n is 0 all time, even if we shift by one amount, it will be 0 altogether. Right? It will be 0 altogether. So are these two, this is y1n and this is y2n, are these two equal to each other for n less than 0? Are these two equal to each other?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
It passes the causality test, so it will be a causal system. Right? If we see another example for non-causality, if I take x of n plus 1, what will happen in this case? What will be y1n?
Left
We
and
are taking
right.
same example of x1n and x2n. y1n, now it will be at minus 1 it will be 1, 0 it will be 1, and so on. Here it is like this, and here it is 0. Is this clear? y1n
Yes,
is clear. It is shifted in the, because here we added 1 So we subtract 1 from here. So 0 minus 1 will be minus 1. Right? So it is shifted in the left side. So here it is minus. And y2n will be what? Y2n will be nothing but x2n plus 1. And because x2n is 0, x2n is 0 all time, y2n is also 0 all time. And now, is these two are equal to each other for n less than 0?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Right? So it means not possible. Is this clear? Test of causality is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Clear, sir.
Rest problem we will do after some time because you don't know about this signal. This signal is basically, it is a unit step signal. So that we will discuss what is unit step signal in discrete time and continuous time. And then we will take also the previous example. The previous example was this, right? So we will take this example later on because this requires d by dt of xt, and xt is we are taking as this, right? So that we will discuss after some time when we discuss the elementary signals, right? So that's all from the causality as far as concerned. Now we go to the next property. Next property is memory or memoryless, and which is very simple. Most simple, memory or memoryless. As the name indicates, if system have memory, then it is a memory system. If system does not have a memory, it will be memoryless. If system does not have a memory, it means present output is a function of present input only. Then it is a memoryless. Right? It is a memoryless system. Otherwise means if it is depending on past input or future input along with present input, or maybe present input is absent, only past input is there or future input there, right? Then it will be a memory system. An example you can also give, very simple examples are, any example? Anyone? Any example of memoryless system?
Y of t equals to x of t.
Y of t equal to x
Of t.
Right? Very correct. X square t is also there. X cube t is also there. Right? Also d by dt of x of t, it is also memoryless. Right? We will see later on these signals. Now, as far as physical systems are concerned, physical example, can you quote memoryless system? RLC circuits. Resistive circuits are memoryless, and LC circuits are memory system. Right? Why? Because inductor store the current and capacitor store the charge. Right? So it will store the previous values, right? Voltage and current it will store, and that's why we can use them in the memory system. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right? So that is the example of the physical system of memoryless. Right? I'm not giving many example of this because this is very simple. So we are closing this memory or memoryless over here. And it is in exam also, the less questions come from this. Main is linearity, time invariancy, then causality, and then next is the stability. So stable system or unstable system. First we go to the definition part. Definition is bounded input leads to bounded output. Bounded input leads to bounded output. And we write all bounded. all bounded input leads to bounded output. Bounded means what? Bounded means fixed in amplitude. Amplitude is fixed, right? It means it is not infinite, right? It means it is not infinite in amplitude, right? So for example, a sine wave, right? A cosine wave, right? Previous unit step signal, right? These are the example of bounded inputs. So if I give all bounded input to the system and it leads to bounded output, then it is the stable system, right? Now, why we require in real time means practically, why we require a stable system? Can anyone answer it? Why we require a stable system in real time practically?
सर अनस्टेबल हुआ तो डिवाइसेस खराब हो जाएंगे जो हम यूज करते हैं।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। देखिए क्या हुआ, इसका क्या मतलब हुआ, अनस्टेबल कैसा हो जाएगा कि अगर हम बाउंडेड इनपुट दें और अनबाउंडेड आउटपुट आ जाए, अनबाउंडेड मतलब इनफाइनाइट आउटपुट आ जाए, राइट? तो अगर आप मान लीजिए लैब में एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हैं और आपके पास वोल्ट मीटर है और ए मीटर है या सीआरओ है, फंक्शन जनरेटर है, राइट? ये क्या करते हैं, एक फिक्स रेंज में काम करते हैं, राइट? आपने इनपुट दिया और मान लीजिए सिस्टम अनस्टेबल हो गया, राइट? अनस्टेबल सिस्टम है आपके पास, तो उस केस में क्या आ जाएगा, इनफाइनाइट वोल्टेज आएगा, राइट? इनफाइनाइट वोल्टेज क्या कर देगा, जो मेजर कर रहा है उसको ही खत्म कर देगा और इंस्ट्रूमेंट तो बाद में खत्म करेगा, राइट? तो हमें क्या चाहिए होता है, हमें स्टेबल सिस्टम चाहिए होता है और ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रिक्वायरमेंट है किसी भी सिस्टम में। कोई भी सिस्टम हो दुनिया का, चाहे वो मैकेनिकल सिस्टम हो, चाहे इलेक्ट्रिकल हो, चाहे केमिकल हो, कोई भी सिस्टम हो, वो स्टेबल सिस्टम होना चाहिए। अगर स्टेबल नहीं है तो इट इज ऑफ नो यूज, राइट? वी हैव टू मेक इट स्टेबल बाय समहाउ, राइट? आगे जाके आप पढ़ोगे कंट्रोल सिस्टम में क्लोज लूप सिस्टम बनाते हैं हम, ओपन लूप सिस्टम होते हैं, ओपन लूप की जगह हम क्या करते हैं, उसको क्लोज लूप सिस्टम बना लेते हैं, राइट? तो ये स्टेबल और अनस्टेबल के बारे में है। ऑल बाउंडेड इनपुट लीड्स टू बाउंडेड आउटपुट। अब लेकिन इसमें ये प्रॉब्लम हम कैसे करेंगे, ये तो केवल डेफिनेशन हो गई इसकी, इसमें प्रॉब्लम कैसे करेंगे? प्रॉब्लम करने के लिए हम एक एग्जांपल ले रहे हैं, yn इक्वल टू, चलिए yt का लेते हैं, yt इक्वल टू xt e टू द पावर xt, e to the power xt. This is the example. xt leads to yt equal to e to the power xt. E means exponential to the power xt, right? Now this is an example of exponential signal. जो भी input आ रहा है वो exponential में power आ जा रही है, right? That is an exponential system. Now ये इसको stability कैसे check करेंगे? Stability check करने के लिए we take it like this: mod of x of t less than equal to m, and m is a value which is less than infinite for all time t, right? This is the way how we write for all inputs to be bounded. What we have taken, we have taken value of m, and m is in less than infinite, and this for any t, and we are generalizing x of t, because we cannot put a sine wave, cosine wave, tan, theta, we cannot put all bounded input, right? So there are infinite bounded inputs are available, so we cannot check every bounded input. So we check it like this: mod of x of t less than equal to m, and m is less than infinite for all time t, right? If this, we give this to the system, what will be the output? Mod of y of t will be equal to e to the power mod of x of t, right? And maximum value of this will be maximum value of x of t will be equal to e to the power m, right? And if we put the maximum value, y of t will be minimum. So y of t will be less than equal to e to the power m. M is what? M is the value of mod of x of t. And this is the maximum value. It is less than equal to m. It is the maximum value we are taking. So if we take the maximum value, this y of t will be less than equal to e to the power m. Maybe it is equal to e to the power m or less than e to the power m. Right? So y of t equal to this. And what is this m? M is less than infinite. M is less than infinite. It means it is a finite value. If it is a finite value, can e to the power m is a finite value or infinite value?
Sir, finite.
Finite value.
So mod of y of t is less than equal to infinite. So if x of t mod is less than infinite, it leads to y of t mod less than infinite. It means bounded input leads to bounded output. So it is an example of stable system, right? Just a modification of this system. Y of t equal to t times e to the power xt, right? Let us see this also. Mod of x of t less than equal to m, less than infinite for all time t. This leads to y of t mod equal to e to the power mod of x of t and mod of t here. So y of t will be less than equal to t e to the power m, mod of t into e to the power m, right? Now this e to the power m is less than infinitive, right? But this t, if I calculate the value at infinite, this will be infinite. Otherwise, it is finite. So it is same as we have discussed about one example of honesty of myself, right? So here only at one point of time, t equal to infinite, it is infinite. Otherwise, it is finite. So what it will be?
Sir, unstable system.
It will be unstable. It will be unstable. Is this clear to all? Or any problem to anybody?
Sir, mod of t stands to infinity. That's why it is unstable.
Yeah. At t equal to infinite, if I put t equal to infinite, I will get here infinite into e to the power m, and e to the power m is a finite value. So it will give us infinite. Okay. And we don't require infinite here. Output should be finite at all time. Here at all time input is finite. So output should be also finite. Yes. Anyone have any problem? Anyone have any problem?
No, sir.
So this example is clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. So we take the last property. There are 10 minutes still are remaining, so we will cover that property also. Now, राज आपको चैट का वो ले लेना बेटा अटेंडेंस के लिए.
ओके सर.
ठीक है, चलिए. अब देखिए लास्ट प्रॉपर्टी है इन्वर्टिबिलिटी और नॉन इन्वर्टिबल. अब ये भी बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी है एज फार एज सिस्टम एंड इनवर्स सिस्टम डिजाइन इज कंसर्न. Inverse system design is concerned, राइट? सिस्टम एंड इनवर्स सिस्टम डिजाइन। सिस्टम एंड इनवर्स सिस्टम यानी क्या हो गया? आपने योर ब्रांच इज कम्युनिकेशन, right? Your branch is communication, right? In communication, we use the transmitter as well as receiver, right? We use transmitter and receiver. So in transmitter, whatever is the process, right? In the system, whatever is the process, that will be inverse in the receiver. So whatever is the system here, what we require inverse system in the receiver. So have you heard about modulation? Anyone have heard about modulation?
Yes, sir.
Inverse of the modulation is
Demodulation.
demodulation, right? So it is very important property as far as system and inverse system design is concerned. So let us see now, concentrate on this. If we have a system S, right, we go through two methods by which we check the invertibility or non-invertibility. First method is DIDO, right? DIDO stands for distinct inputs leads to distinct outputs. Distinct means different. Distinct means different, right? So if I give different input and if it leads to different output, but again it should be all here. All distinct input should give the distinct output, right? For example, yn equal to x square n. It is an squared system, right? Clear? Now, see, we are giving two signals, two entirely different signals. Suppose this is 2 and here it is -2 for all n. For all n, it is 2 and it is -2. So these are different signals. Here it is 2 for all time. For all integer time, it is 2 here, right? And for here it is -2, right? These are two different signals. They are not same. Even at one single point, they are not same, right? So they are entirely different. But if I give this signal to yn, what I will get? I will get 4. So is it following DIDO?
No, sir.
It is not following DIDO. So it is non-invertible system. Non-invertible system, right? Clear? Any doubt?
No,
Okay.
No, sir.
आप इसको दूसरे मेथड से, जो इसका मेन मेथड है, क्योंकि ये वाला क्वेश्चन केवल इसी से हो पाएगा, एक्स स्क्वायर एन जो है वो DIDO से ही कर सकते हैं, इनवर्स सिस्टम से भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन प्रेफरेबल DIDO वाला रहेगा। लेकिन कुछ केवल ये स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन है जो DIDO से होगा, क्योंकि हम सारे इनपुट डिफरेंट पेयर ऑफ इनपुट लगाकर नहीं चेक कर सकते हैं, राइट? आप देखिए, इनवर्स सिस्टम से हम कैसे बताएंगे? इनवर्स सिस्टम डिजाइन, इनवर्स सिस्टम से हम कैसे बताएंगे? मान लीजिए ये एक सिस्टम है S, इसका इनवर्स सिस्टम मैंने डिजाइन कर लीजिए, मान लीजिए S इनवर्स। अगर इसका इनवर्स सिस्टम मैंने डिजाइन कर लिया तो ये इन्वर्टिबल सिस्टम होगा 100%, राइट? आप ये कैसे चेक करेंगे कि ये इसका इनवर्स सिस्टम है कि नहीं, राइट? दोनों को आप इस तरह से कनेक्ट कर दीजिए। ये कौन सा कनेक्शन होता है?
Cascade.
हाँ, very correct. It is cascade connection. It is not series connection. बहुत माइन्यूट सा फर्क है कैस्केड और सीरीज में. सीरीज में आपकी करंट सेम होती है, कैस्केड में सिग्नल सेम होता है. सिग्नल कोई भी हो सकता है, वोल्टेज सिग्नल भी हो सकता है, चार्ज भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, राइट. तो कैस्केड में कोई भी जो आउटपुट का सिग्नल है वो इसके इनपुट में जा रहा है, राइट. तो जैसे कैस्केड का वैसे मीनिंग क्या होता है, हिंदी में मीनिंग होता है इसका झरना, राइट. तो झरना क्या कैसे फ्लो होता है, ये ऐसे आया, यहां से ऐसे फ्लो हुआ, राइट. तो यहां से जो भी चीज आ रही है वो यहां जा रही है, राइट. दैट इज द कैस्केडिंग हियर, राइट. सो अब कैस्केडिंग में क्या हो गया कि ये x ऑफ n है इनपुट, आउटपुट क्या है yn. अब yn मेरा इसका इनपुट है, और अगर इसका आउटपुट x ऑफ n आ गया, देन दिस सिस्टम इज द इन्वर्टिबल सिस्टम, एंड दिस सिस्टम इज also invertible system, and this system is known as inverse system of this original system. दोबारा से देख लीजिए कहीं कोई कंफ्यूजन हो रहा हो तो. ये एक सिस्टम है कंटिन्यूअस टाइम सिस्टम xt, आउटपुट इसका yt है. इस yt को मैंने एक दूसरे सिस्टम में दिया, मुझे नहीं पता कि ये इसका इनवर्स सिस्टम है कि नहीं, लेकिन अगर आउटपुट इसका वही आ गया जो यहां इनपुट दिया था, देन दिस सिस्टम इज इन्वर्टिबल and this system is inverse system and inverse system of this system, right. So inverse system is also invertible system, right. अब देखिए इसको करेंगे कैसे, इसको हम करेंगे कैसे. इसमें हमें क्या दिया रहेगा, इसमें हमें सिस्टम इक्वेशन दिया रहेगा. अब सिस्टम इक्वेशन क्या हो गया, सिस्टम इक्वेशन जो अभी अभी अपन ने पढ़े हैं सारे, वो सारे सिस्टम इक्वेशन ही हैं. जैसे yn इक्वल टू आपका क्या था, एक्स स्क्वायर एन मान लीजिए, ये सिस्टम इक्वेशन है जो इनपुट और आउटपुट को रिलेट करती है, इक्वल करती है, राइट. तो इट इज ए सिस्टम इक्वेशन. सिस्टम इक्वेशन में आपको क्या करना है, सिस्टम इक्वेशन में हमें दिया होगा आउटपुट इन टर्म्स ऑफ इनपुट. हम अगर इसका रोल उल्टा कर दें, राइट, यानी अगर हम ये लिख पाए xn इक्वल टू सम फंक्शन ऑफ yn. अभी यहां पर क्या है, yn इक्वल टू सम फंक्शन ऑफ xn. अभी ये है, अगर हम ये लिख पाए xn इज इक्वल टू सम फंक्शन ऑफ yn, राइट. अगर हम ये लिख पाएंगे फ्रॉम दिस ओनली, हमें यहीं से लिखना है, राइट. अगर हम ये लिख पाएंगे, राइट, और ये केवल एक ही फंक्शन होना चाहिए, दो फंक्शन नहीं होने चाहिए, राइट. सिंगल फंक्शन होना चाहिए, सिंगल मैपिंग होनी चाहिए, देन इट विल बी ए. अगर हम ऐसा लिख पा रहे हैं xn इक्वल टू सम फंक्शन ऑफ yn लिख पा रहे हैं, राइट. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल यहीं से देखिए yn इक्वल टू क्या है, एक्स स्क्वायर एन. तो xn क्या आ जाएगा, प्लस माइनस अंडर रूट yn. ठीक है, क्या ये सिंगल है, नहीं है, सिंगल सिस्टम नहीं हुआ ना. xn इक्वल टू प्लस रूट yn और माइनस रूट yn, दो सिस्टम हो गए ना, एक फंक्शन होना चाहिए, राइट. तो ये कैसा हो गया, ये नॉन इन्वर्टिबल सिस्टम का एग्जांपल हो गया. अब इन्वर्टिबल सिस्टम का एग्जांपल देख लेते हैं. yn इक्वल टू एक्स ऑफ n माइनस 1. हमें क्या करना है, हमें xn इधर लाना है. अगर हमें xn लाना है तो मेरे को इस आर्गुमेंट में n की जगह क्या रखना पड़ेगा कि xn आ जाए, दोनों तरफ n की जगह n+1 रख दो, तो ये हो गया y ऑफ n+1. इज दिस ए यूनिक वन, क्या ये यूनिक है,
यस सर,
यूनिक है. तो ये हो गया इन्वर्टिबल सिस्टम का एग्जांपल. Am I clear to this property? क्या करना है, दोबारा देख लीजिए एक और, yt इक्वल टू d by dt of xt. So xt will be equal to integral of yt dt, right? xt equal to integral of yt. Differentiation is the inverse process of integration, or vice versa also, right? So we can design the inverse system. This is the inverse system design. Inverse system equation is this, right? Here this is the inverse system equation of this given system, right? So this is an example also of invertible system. क्लियर है? तो हमें क्या दिया रहेगा?
Yes, sir.
हमें सिस्टम इक्वेशन दी होगी इस फॉर्म में, और हमें क्या करना है? हमें यहां से x ऑफ n इक्वल टू सम फंक्शन ऑफ yn लिखना है. अगर हमें ऐसा लिख पा रहे हैं, देन इट विल बी सिस्टम इक्वेशन. अब ये ऐसा कैसे लिख पाएंगे? ये कैसे पता चलेगा? कैसे पता चलेगा? ओनली बाय प्रैक्टिस. क्लियर है? अब मैं आपको एक टास्क दे रहा हूं. इसका जो टेस्ट है, टेस्ट ऑन. अब रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दो. राज, रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ कर दीजिए.